Recent news suggests that Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom in Florida has stopped the production of their newest roller coaster, Tron Lightcycle Run. This looked like it was going to be a huge success for the park, bringing in a much needed launch coaster to the lineup. So why would they do such a thing, and what does this mean for the future of the Disney parks? I'm going to try and answer these questions in this video. Let's get into it. To make sense of Disney's current situation, we have to jump back in time a couple of years. I'm going to do this in order to get a full view of what Disney has done to put themselves in the position they are in today. I'm mainly going to focus on the theme park aspect of things. With that being said, I will mention some of the other major additions to the brand bringing in loads of money. Disney movies. So how far back in time do we need to go? I think 2017 should do nicely. If you know your Disney stuff, then you know that this is the year that Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind was announced to open at Epcot along with the massive overhaul of the park. In the same year, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout opened at Disney's California Adventure. Another announcement occurred here as Tron Lightcycle Run was announced to come to the Magic Kingdom. Also, Pandora, the World of Avatar opened at Animal Kingdom. Pandora cost around $500 million US. Then again, in 2017, Disney released many major movies including Beauty and the Beast, Cars 3, Thor Ragnarok, Star Wars The Last Jedi, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and Coco. Altogether, the total revenue around these movies is an astonishing $6.301 billion US. Moving on to 2018, Disney's Hollywood Studios would open their new area named Toy Story Land. It would include the Slinky Dog Dash roller coaster and Toy Story Mania, among other shops and rides. While I was not able to find the cost of the area, I found that Toy Story Mania cost around $80 million. So I think it's safe to say that the area in total cost at least $100 million. Also, in 2018, it was officially announced that Cosmic Rewind would have an opening year of 2021, just in time for Disney World's big 50-year anniversary. We now know that this is not the case anymore. Due to technical difficulties during construction and the pandemic, it was postponed until 2022. Looking at the flip side, Disney released lots of movies this year. These include The Incredibles 2, Mary Poppins Returns, Black Panther, Solo, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Christopher Robin, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers Infinity War, A Wrinkle in Time, and The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. Altogether, they generated around $7.034 billion US. 2019 was another big year for the Disney parks. The major addition that opened was Star Wars Galaxy Edge, with the new star attraction being Rise of the Resistance at Hollywood Studios. This massive area is estimated to cost a staggering $1 billion. That is of course coupled with their movie releases. They released Toy Story 4, Frozen 2, Aladdin, The Lion King, Dumbo, Maleficent, X-Men Dark Phoenix, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, and Spider-Man Far From Home. This brought in a whopping $12.78 billion US, and makes 2019 one of the best years for Disney to date. And finally, we have 2020. This was a weird year for, well, pretty much everyone. There were two pretty big additions to the chain, one being at Hollywood Studios, which is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and a notable ride outside of the US that went to Disneyland Paris called Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. I cannot find how much the railway costs, but the Ratatouille ride cost around $270 million. Remember the other announced rides from 2017, Tron and Cosmic Rewind? These coasters were still under construction and cost some serious bags. Cosmic Rewind is estimated to be around $500 million in cost, with an ever-growing price tag. And if Tron is anywhere close to the cost of the original, it will come in around $400 million. In addition to the two rides under construction, Splash Mountain was announced to have an overhaul in 2020. And you can't forget the pandemic that really shook things up. Then looking at their movies of 2020, there is Mulan, Onward, and Soul. Together these movies earned around $249.5 million US. You may be wondering why I gave you all these statistics. Well, I did this for two reasons. First, it shows the trend of how Disney has been spending a lot more money every year, but is also making a lot more money every year. The revenue that I gave was just from movies alone, not including their parks, merchandise, TV channels, Disney Plus, and their shopping districts. And their spending was only from recent additions to their parks, not including running costs of the company and payment for employees. It just goes to show that the company is both spending and making ridiculous amounts of money. So much, in fact, that they see it fit to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on theme park expansions. To put this into a better view, Orion, the newest Giga Coaster that opened at Kings Island along with the retheme of X-Base, costs approximately $31 million. It is a B&M Giga Coaster, which are notorious for being very expensive. Compare that to the cost of Galaxy's Edge at Disney, which opened to a cost around $1 billion. The difference is incomparable. Disney is clearly willing and able to pour this much money into their theme parks, but is it the right choice moving forward? Second, you may have noticed that 2020 was very different, and there's obvious reasons as to why. In that year, they had 2 major coasters under construction and another ride added to the list. That's all while their movie revenue did not even crack $1 billion. The reason for a lot of this? The pandemic. This year had a big impact on the company. You saw the once invincible giant take enough damage to consider how their spending is impacting them. As 2020 was a major loss of money for the company, it is easier to understand their situation. The initial question was, why is Disney stopping the production of Tron? The answer is short and simple. It does not make good business sense. Why pour money into a coaster that you may not be able to open to a full audience? The smarter move is to get people back into the parks and make sure another shutdown is not coming. Save the money that was going to go into the coaster in case something like that does happen again. Then, when the coast is clear, restart the construction process. This ultimately leads to the halt of the construction on Tron. I also posed the question asking about the future of the Disney parks. Here's my answer to that. Disney is not going bankrupt. The amount of assets they have is just not possible right now. In March of 2020, their stocks tanked, but now they have steadily grown past where they were in 2019. If that's any indicator on how Disney is doing financially, I would say they are not moving towards bankruptcy anytime soon. However, I do see the production of Cosmic Rewind being stopped, and I also see the renovation of Splash Mountain being put on hold. These are both for the same reasons as Tron Shutdown. I don't know the progress on the renovation on Splash Mountain, but I think either way, it will not reopen as the same ride in 2021. As for the reopening dates of the coasters, I see them at most being pushed back 1 year. Like Splash Mountain, I don't know the status of either coaster's construction. Disney might be able to get Tron open by the end of the year, but if not, I can't see them going past 2022. In addition to the construction of the rides, I could see Disney taking a step back from adding their multi-million-dollar expansions to recoup some money. This may mean that the future projects coming to these parks could get pushed back. Remember though, this is all speculation. I am not in the Disney leaders' heads and have no idea what they plan to do for the future. There is only one thing for sure, and that is Tron's construction has stopped. I've given my predictions on what this could mean for the Disney parks, and I would love to know what yours are in the comments. As always, if you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.